Before we begin, we would like to remind you that this session is being recorded, as you just heard. We'll be offering time for questions after the presentation, but you're welcome to use the chat during the session, and we really encourage that. Anytime you have a question, pop it in the chat. We'll definitely be getting to all those questions before the end of the session here. Please keep your mics muted and use the hand raise reaction during the Q&A, which is down at the bottom on reactions. During the Q&A to request to speak, and we have that space open to ask questions. And then to access slides and handouts, tap the Documents tab in the app or on the website and select Session Documents. Find your session and tap the link to follow along. For Spanish interpretation, follow the instructions here on the slide. Chat moderators will be placing instructions in the chat periodically. Okay, it's my pleasure to introduce you to our speaker. Gretchen Bickert is a sound and energy therapist who works with people as well as animals. Part of her time is spent working as support staff for the Sound Healing Academy in London. Her background includes training in sound therapy, certification in Kundalini yoga and meditation, Reiki, end-of-life doula training, and grief counselor certification for those who have lost a beloved pet. Gretchen works with individuals as well as with groups where she leads participants on a transformative meditative journey using gongs, Tibetan and crystal bowls, chimes, and other vibrational instruments. And be sure to come back for the sound healing that Gretchen will be doing for us right after this session. Her passion is using sound and energy along with other holistic modalities to find the way back to one's true self. Gretchen is also the project coordinator for fourth trimester Arizona's Lullaby Project in collaboration with Carnegie Hall. So, oh my goodness, so exciting. Thank you so much and welcome, Gretchen.
Oh, thank you so much, Jen. I'm super happy to be here today, and I'm happy to have everybody joining us to learn more about the Lullaby Project and to have some fun as well while we go through this. So I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in and start. Let's do that. And let's go ahead and boom. Okay, I assume everybody can see that. Okay, great. So the Lullaby Project, I'm really excited to introduce this project to everybody. The Lullaby Project is part of Carnegie Hall Wild Music Institute, and that always, we have to say that because we're in partnership with them, which is like so excited. I said to Jenny the other day, did you ever like dream you'd be hearing that in the same sentence? Fourth trimester Arizona, Carnegie Hall Lullaby. She's like, no. So it's super dreamy, right? So, okay. So the Lullaby Project, like I said, it's in partnership with Carnegie Hall, and it was started a while back. I think it was 2011, and it was started by Carnegie Hall, and it pairs pregnant women and new mothers and fathers, many of who are living in stressful conditions, with professional artists to write and sing personal lullabies for their babies. And this is such a great project supporting maternal health. It aids child development, and it strengthens the bond between and child. So let's just start off by talking about what is a lullaby. And a lullaby is a soothing and gentle refrain to help your child fall asleep. And that's what a lot of people think about a lullaby, is something for, it's at bedtime, right? It's a rhythm and cadence that is perfect for a child falling asleep. And do let me know if my voice breaks up and I can turn my camera off.
Gretchen, you're breaking up a little bit. Yeah.
I am? Okay, let's just go ahead and stop my video. There we go. Okay, so back to the slide. So it's songs, it's really about this intimate expression of the most universal human condition between parent and child, and the songs that bring people together and span generations and just tell stories about where we come from and our hopes for the future. And the oldest lullaby actually goes back to 2000 BC in ancient Babylonia. Um, and so they go back for some period of time. So Carnegie Hall, yeah, 2011 is when it started in the Bronx, and it was led by teaching artists Thomas and Emily, and they still are very involved to this day in helping with training and etc. And since then, more than 2,800 lullabies have been written in New York City, across the states, and around the globe. And in 2018, they released this album called Hopes and Dreams, where super famous artists actually participated in the recording of these songs, like Fiona Apple, Natalie Merchant. And so they're on this album. You can find it on Spotify, and you can find it on Amazon. So super check that out because it's so amazing. It takes these lullabies that were created by these moms and brings them to life. So across the world, the Lullaby Project is supporting families in their own communities. And Carnegie Hall is doing this through partnerships with local musicians, with symphonies, and with, of course, organizations. And in August of 2021, there we are, fourth trimester partner, Lullaby Project, Arizona. So you can go onto the site, Carnegie Hall, and you can find fourth trimester Arizona. It's just like so super exciting. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm excited. So this project, it reaches mothers in clinics and hospitals, homeless shelters, programs for young and adolescent mothers. So lots of young moms who are really struggling to bond with their children, their babies. And really, this project can go anywhere because you don't need much. You need musicians, and you need moms or dads or caregivers and children. Boom, there you go. Packed and ready to go. Portable project. And who would this be for? It is for moms and dads and grandparents, and they write for children of all ages, still to be born babies, infants, toddlers, older siblings, and even children whom they have lost, which is a super powerful and amazing therapeutic thing. This up is to use this personal songwriting and the lullabies as a tool that supports family well-being. And it's really meant, it strengthens the connection and the bond. It's a great way for families to express the hopes and dreams for their children. It also, as we'll see as I move forward, that it is super therapeutic. It's super healing. It's just a great project. Um, Part of the importance of bringing this on is the role of music in early childhood, that babies love the sound of their parents' voice. And when they sing together, research has shown that singing songs like the lullabies, it supports early brain and language development. Far Lullaby Project has shown that parents are experiencing this growing sense of their own agency and creativity and well-being, as well as becoming more confident, finding that they really do have the capacity to be loving and sensitive and responsive caregivers. And as you know, if you are a new parent or you have an older child, those times you questioned your ability. Am I really doing this right? Am I a good mom? Am I a good dad? And through this process of this writing these lullabies, they've really been able to see, hey, yeah, and be gentle and compassionate on themselves. And sometimes these lullabies actually fires up, it ignites this much longer process of communicating and connecting with not only one's family, but also in the community. And the study, there's so much research out there, you guys, of the positive nature of creating and using lullabies, supporting maternal health, supporting family well-being, child development, strengthening these bonds, like I've said. And the fact is, lullabies don't just help the baby, the child, but they're helping adults too. They are relaxing the adults as well. A study by Wolf Brown, 2015-2016, of the Lullaby Project. They took 10 families and they followed them from beginning to end to see what were some of the changes or outcomes that occurred during the process of creating a lullaby. And as we can see, that there were some pretty significant things that happened with these emotional mood altering outcomes, increasing the positive emotions, and as mentioned, developing the sense of personal agency and creativity. Lullaby, I even could, they came into this project going, yeah, really, I can't write a lullaby. The social outcomes, breaking down the isolation, which this was in 2015-16, and this wasn't even with this COVID stuff that we've gone through, and with the pandemic and all of the isolation that we felt with that has just even made it more necessary to bring something like this forward. But it really helped to people to find that connection again to their partner, to maybe to their parents, maybe to their in-laws, and to their heritage, because lullabies are very cultural. They're often passed down from grandparent to mom to child through the age, and these of being able to connect back to one's roots cannot be overstated. The parenting outcomes, becoming a skilled and responsible parent, people were understanding this. And it was just a very, when they did this study, I don't think that they were really shocked, but it was really great to see these outcomes and to be able to put them down on paper. So research has shown that expressing and exploring feelings that can help people living under stress experience increased sense of agency. And I bring this up again because I feel like it's so important, because as Jenny spoke about, earlier today as well, and in the intro, as Representative Shaw had spoken about the amount of mothers and the stress that has occurred during COVID, and our mental health has taken a toll. The increase in depression and anxiety and feeling disconnected was amplified. And those are the populations that in Arizona, what we really hope to focus on. So using the lullaby really became this very important tool. And they were able to actually collect these statements from people outside of lullaby, meaning before they came in and did this practice, they took notes about where these people were and just wrote down some of the statements that people had in conversation, and thinking that their child was never going to go to sleep, that they felt dark, out of place, life was hard. This one, it's so sad how life is. I read some of these things and I just really touches me in my heart with compassion of what these moms were going through. Dads, maybe these were even grandparents. Someone feeling like I was difficult keeping her because I already had 4 and we were traveling. I think that there are times that some of us I appreciated Emily mentioning privilege, that we may not think about what it might feel like to be homeless, have 4 children, and how do we deal with that kind of a situation? So inside of the lullaby, I hope you guys can still hear me. Inside of the lullaby, people said, I felt very light up in my heart. I was remembering the first time I heard your heartbeat. I see a beautiful future. I feel a bubble of joy. And as we continue on, we can see that there was definitely a change from what was outside the lullaby and now inside the lullaby. I don't want you to know struggles, and I will remind you of that every day because you remind me. Just so beautiful. So, how would we create our lullaby? Ideas. And I think what I want to do first is I want to just go through with you. So stop here for just a second. I'm going to turn my video on and hope that I can be with you in this without my voice, So I just want to run through like an exercise of how we would, create our own lullaby, and just to really see, how easy this can be. And if some here at the just a couple minutes about our fears and walking. So what we want to do together is I just want you guys to just close your eyes and just take a nice deep inhale. And a full and complete exhale. Again, inhale, kind of hold, and let's exhale. And let's just give our bodies a little wiggle. Just give a little wiggle. And what I want you to think about is if you were doing this with your child or your children present with you, right? And you guys can breathe together and do a little wiggle. And now I want you to close your eyes again. And I want you to take a nice deep inhale. And the next inhale on your exhale, I want you to sigh out with the sound. Inhaling. Ah. Again, let's take an inhale. And let's exhale with a sigh. Ah. Good. And you can go ahead and you can open your eyes or keep them closed. And I want you to start to hum. Hmm. Hmm. And take into an ah. Mm, ah. Again. Mm, ah. Ah. And let's blend those. Ma. 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 And as you can see, the humming to the and the ah, what word do we create? Ma, 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 ma. So even this simple practice together with your child of having you two breathe together and the humming together and then the ma, ma together, so simple, right? So then from there, we can start to move our bodies, maybe sway, find a rhythm. Ma, maybe sighing and breathing. Ha. And maybe in your mind you're thinking, river flowing, river flowing like a river. And we can flow within that. Maybe our child's name is Alex. Alex flowing like a river. Alex is flowing like a river. Ah. So I encourage you guys to take that little process, which is so like free form, and try it at bedtime or playtime or during the day. And you can vary like the pitch and the speed and the cadence and whatever, right? So it's like super awesome. So I'm going to go back to my slides. And we're going to also talk about a way that is just like a little bit more formal. And that would be that we can, I'm trying to get all these little Zoom windows out of the way. Okay, all right. So we can imagine, stop my video. You can imagine your child in the future as a young adult, and your child finds this letter and you wrote it about their hopes and dreams. Imagine your child keeps this letter for inspiration and guidance. What would your letter say? So you can take this time to sit and use this letter that you would write to your in the future about your child's hopes and dreams, and then go through that and pick out those words to use for lyrics to write for your lullaby. So you could tell the story of a special moment you've shared, a story from your pregnancy, an adventure, or an activity that you do together. So it's really, these favorite things kind of thing, right? And even if you don't feel confident about your singing, you need to know that your voice is special to your child, and it's the voice that your baby will love best. They're not sitting there, going, look at a 3-month-old baby. Dang, could she sing any more out of tune? What the heck? Plug my ears, mama. No, I don't think so. Right? They're all like, woo, I love this. This is amazing. Sing more to me. I love you. Right? Okay. So more ideas. We talked earlier about doing the humming, but you can rock your baby, hum, allow that tune to come naturally. Just let your mind wander and let words pop into your head, and then just sing them to any tune. Remember, there's no wrong way to do this. And if you can say it, you can sing it. So words to describe your child. You are adorable, bouncy, energetic, lovely, whatever they are. Favorite things you do together. We love to play on swing, and take it from there. Things you love, names of people in your child's life. Say your child has a sibling and her name is Joni. Joni, 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 Joni. We want a pony with Joni. Joni, 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 riding a pony, 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 right? Mom and Dad, Grandma too, all coming with us to the zoo. These are just on the fly, guys, okay? I didn't have this planned. So just allow yourself free. And then if you can't think of any words, yeah, ooh, ooh, ah, la, 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 ooh, ooh, ah. See? Easy. All right. And you can also use a known lullaby and then just like change it up. So we have our traditional Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, right? And then Emily Eakin, who is with the Lullaby Project, and she's one of the founders, she took this Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and she wrote, little on the land, you who ask me who I am not a diamond bright, I am made of fire and light, I am old and you are new, but you are made of stardust too. So you could take any song that's a traditional lullaby and put whatever spin you want on it. And research has actually shown there's huge benefit in creating this choice from the mom to create and choose her own words spontaneously, and share that with their child. So these are just some examples I wanted to show you of some lullabies that were written. My heart with no regrets. Wow. I just love this so much. Sweet, I love this. Sweet like honey buns. And this mom had many other children, so she wrote about Harmony and Princeton and her fat man my princess and my tot. So she took advantage of using those nicknames. Love it. So what we're going to give you guys, and I have to talk to Jenny. I think we're going to load this up in Hoova for you guys to download. But it's a journal that will really be beneficial to you guys to help you guys create your own lullabies. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to sing, because that's why Jenny's here. And there's for no other reason. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sing. Fantastic song. And actually it's embedded. I've got it embedded right here. So I've got to just do this again and move this out of the way. And if there's any questions, you guys can like pop in and ask that anytime. And my dog is singing with me here. Okay, Apple. Okay. So we're just going to sing along. And when there's like the bridge or the break part, you can just do some dancing. Can you hear that?
I'm so glad I'm here. So glad I'm here. So glad I'm here. Here today.
Now, another fun thing is to put in movement.
So glad I'm here.
And the baby sign language for glad is this.
So glad I'm here. Here today. I'm gonna sing while I'm here.
Next slide.
Sing while I'm.
Oops, start it over. We'll do that again.
I'm so glad I'm here. So glad I'm here. So glad I'm here. Here today. So glad I'm here. You know, I'm so glad I'm here. So glad I'm here. Here today. I'm gonna sing while
And sing would be this.
Sing while I'm here. Sing while I'm here. Here today. Sing while I'm here. I'm gonna sing while I'm here. Sing while I'm here. Here today.
And at this point, it's just a time to just move.
You know, love brought
And
me
this is
here.
love.
Love brought me here. Love brought me here. Here today. Love brought me here. You know, love brought me here. Love brought me here. Here today.
And next is joy, and we just do the glad again. But first we'll have a bridge, break, dance break.
And joy brought me here.
Joy
Brought me here. Joy brought me here. Here today. Joy brought me here. Joy brought me here. Joy brought me here. Here today. I'm so glad I'm here. So glad I'm here. So glad I'm here. Here today. So glad I'm here. You know, I'm so glad I'm here. So glad I'm here. Here today. I'm so glad I'm here. Here today. I'm so glad I'm here. Here today.
Woo woo. Yay. So I love that. And the great thing about this song is it's called, and the next song that I'm going to show you is their zipper songs. And a zipper song is a song where you can zip in another word. So this very simple repetitive melody. I'm so glad I'm here. Joy brought me here. Love brought me here. Jenny brought me here. You know, my friends brought me here. Babies brought me here. Wine brought me here. Puppies brought me here. Okay, so you're all hearing all my favorite things, right? So, you know, you just substitute whatever it is in there that is special. Okay, so this one is really, really super awesome. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and I'll just going to turn on the music. But the words are super simple. It's another Zipper song. And the words are hugs make the world okay. And it's repeated. And just a little like backstory on this. This was a lullaby that was created with a little boy and his mom. And this boy's name was Umoja. And Umoja means unity in Swahili. Okay. So this is a 3-year-old boy. He's from Brooklyn and he attended a playdate event that was in Brooklyn that had an exhibit from the Lullaby Project there, right? So he went up to the table and he wanted to play with like all of the instruments, right? And they invited him to sing a song. And he got really upset because he was super duper shy. Now, his mom told them, well, he needs to have a hug because that's the way that he gets comfort is through a hug. You know, hugs make the world okay, right? So with the help of Emily Egan, who wrote that cute little rendition of the Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, they put together a song. And then when Umoja went home, he continued to sing this song with everything that made him happy. His toys, his aunties, his daddies, and apparently his trolls as well. But what we're going to do is we are going to sing along with the Hugs That Make the World Okay by Umoja.
Once there was a little boy named Umoja who loved to play but could be very shy. There were so many people there.
Sounds not right.
Oh, wait, what? Can't hear it?
Yeah.
No. Oh, yeah, I think it turned off, Gretchen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You know why? Because I stopped sharing.
Ah.
I didn't mean to stop sharing. I do like to share. Okay, let's see here. Share.
That's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Share. I'm going to share sound. Share computer audio. Okay, so you guys tell me if this is going to be like, can you hear it?
Make the world okay. Hugs.
Okay.
Make the world okay.
Okay, so we're going to start from the very beginning.
Once there was a little boy named Umoja who loved to play but could be very shy. One day, Umoja and his parents went to a play date. There were so many people there, Umoja became scared. So he hugged his parents and remembered that hugs always make him feel better. So they smiled and began to sing. Hugs make the world okay. 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 One more time. Hugs make the world okay. Hugs.
Jenny, are you singing?
Make the world okay. Hugs make the world okay. Hugs make the world okay. So then Daddy left for work and Umoja missed him and became very sad. He looked over to his mommy and remembered that she always makes him feel better. So he smiled and began to sing. Mommies,
make the world okay. Mommies,
make the world okay. Mommies, make the world okay.
Mommies, make the world okay.
Umoja went to visit his grandma while his parents were at work. He missed them both and became sad. His grandma began to do a dance, and he remembered that dancing always makes him feel better. He smiled, and they began to sing.
Dancing makes the world okay. Dancing makes the world okay. Dancing
makes the world okay.
dancing makes the world okay. Jenny, you're rocking it. I love it.
Mommy and Daddy soon returned from work. Umoja was very happy to see them. He ran over and gave them both a big kiss, and remembered that kisses always made him feel better. He smiled and began to sing.
Kisses make the world okay. Kisses make the world okay. Kisses make the world okay. Kisses make the world okay.
The night came and Umoja was very sleepy. His parents tucked him in the bed and he gave them both big hugs one more time. They smiled and began to sing. Hugs make the world okay. 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 And even when we don't get a chance to sing a song or do a dance, we always remember to give our hugs.
Hugs make the world okay. Hugs make the world okay. Hugs.
All right. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed that because that is like super duper fun. Okay, so let's finish up with this presentation. Back to my slides. All right, so that was Hugs Makes the World Okay. Substitute any world of your choice. Again, that's a zipper song, and you saw mommies, kisses, dancing, you know, my puppy, whatever. Substitute. So on to Lullaby Project Arizona and where we are and where are we going. I do want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Idea Museum because as always, they have been a fantastic and amazing supporter. And so thank you, Idea Museum. And I also want to give a giant shout out to Terry Ehlers, who was our first donor who donated $500 to the project. And so we're really super happy and we thank her. We super appreciate it. So yes, I want you guys to, I just got lost money donations. But Lullaby Project Arizona is what we're hoping to focus on is women with substance use disorder, women who have been challenged through the pandemic, anxiety, depression, other issues with bonding. And we want to expand into, we've got such a diverse group of people in Arizona that we can bring in these cultural components and create these songs that are storytelling so that children get to connect to their roots in whatever way that looks like. So there's lots and lots of exciting things that are coming forward. The villages will include a lullaby component as well. So that's super exciting. But yeah, we will keep you posted on that. A reminder that these lullabies are not just for babies. The music, the lyrics resonate, and they affect everyone involved, their parents, grandparents, musicians, supporting social service staffs and caregivers who care for mothers and babies. And I need to add that they're not always this happy, like positive thing. Sometimes these, and many times in past histories, especially, lullabies were written as a way to support and honor and allow moms to move through these adverse times. All the Pretty Horses is a song that was created by an African-American woman in times of slavery when she couldn't take care of her child because she had to attend to her master. And that song was written about those struggles. So it's such a beautiful blend that lullabies aren't just for babies. Lullabies aren't just for the happy moments. Lullabies embrace everything. The universal theme for lullabies is love. It's love. So that's the one component, and that stretches everywhere. So do you want to be a part of orchestrating something special? I would love to have you on board for a volunteer to provide donations, whatever that looks like for you to be a participant. Just reach out and connect, right? If you got any other thoughts, collaborative ideas, whatever, your inspiration, how you loved this, questions, how can I get involved? How can I write a lullaby with my child or my children or whatever? Just reach out. I'm available. Okay, so if there's any questions, it looks like we've got like 8 minutes. Woo, I did good on time.
You did perfect on time. Thank you so much, Gretchen. That was absolutely amazing. Like, gave me chills and all of the feels. Oh,
I am so glad. Ooh, it looks like Sunny. Yes, Sunny, Carmen involvement at Rancho del Arte. No, but we definitely have to talk. Have to talk. So thank you, Sunny, because I know that we've talked a lot about Carmen being involved. And yeah. Oh, thank you, Dina. Yes, if there's any questions, and if there aren't any now, that's perfectly okay. You can always ask me later. And if you want resources, there's a lot of really great books out there. There's one book that's called, I think it's Hush Hush Baby, and it pulls together a lot of lullabies from different cultures into one book. As I said, Spotify, SoundCloud, you can go onto SoundCloud and just type in Carnegie, and you're going to get a listing of some really fantastic lullabies on there. That's where you'll find the hugs with Emoja, which is just like gets your heart, right? Totally gets your heart. So
I think you answered one of the questions already. That
I
was
did. Okay.
Renee of Huva, and that was how can we help? And so you said volunteering.
Yes, we'll be having like volunteer opportunities for sure, especially when we get up and going. If you are a volunteer, if you want to volunteer your time, if you are a musician, we'd love to have you. Please write to me if you are a musician and you feel called. Now, I do want to let you guys know that because I am also a musician, I know that there are times when I get asked to do a lot of things, but and it's not for pay, it's for exposure. And I'm like, hey man, us artists are dying of exposure here. We need some cashola. Bring it on. So we've committed that the musicians that come onto this project will be compensated for their time. That's not to say that we wouldn't love some additional time as we get started, but we definitely are committing to making it a compensated package for them so they're not working for free. So it's a pretty great opportunity actually because you get involved with something very groundbreaking in the state of Arizona. What we plan to do with the Lullaby Project and working with mental health, with substance use disorder, with all sorts of different moms is really, it's a groundbreaking thing, and who doesn't want to be part of orchestrating that along with us? And I am going to overuse the word orchestrating, I promise you, but just letting you know ahead of time, okay?
Is there an easy way that this information can be shared with the community?
Well, gosh, you know what? We're taking ideas. We've been working on grants, and we are, in the not, we're still kind of in that infancy stage, but would love to find out other ways to share this. I'd love for you all to please, share this. And then when we get, an official project going, Jenny is going to be bringing it into the villages, and we're hoping to do something also with the IDZM. And so I think as, the word of mouth and things get out with that, I think it will help. Yeah. I'm going to look in chat again.
Oh, awesome. Oh, thank you so much, Gretchen. This was a beautiful presentation, all the feels. If people do have other questions, you can pop that in the chat here and we'll stay on for a couple more minutes after we wrap up. And you can also post them in the Whova app for Gretchen. So thank you everyone so much. Coming up, our last session of the day starts at 3:55. In room 1, we have the privilege of hearing from Lauren Fucci about newborn sleep and the 4th trimester. In room 2, Sabrina Butler helps us in finding purpose, passion, and progress in parenting. And finally, right here in room 3, myself and Gretchen will host a sound healing and meditation. So we're going to stop the recording now to allow for a few minutes to get you to your next sessions, but we'll be here in this room if you have any additional questions for Gretchen. And thank you so much, Gretchen. This was awesome.